Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Trip Around the Multiverse with your hosts Kyle, Charles, and
CY Chong.
And this week we're on another little wrestling kick. Last time when wrestling was good, no, wrestling's still good. I'm joking, but this time we're going to be talking about one of maybe to some people the greatest, not just sports entertainer, but entertainer man, if that makes any sense, in the whole of the universe at this point. The one who was once known as Rocky Maivia, but now goes by Dwayne The Rock, I make billions of dollars Johnson. Yes, we're going to talk about his WrestleMania matches, and sorry about the little weird tangent I went on.
So we did the previous one of Steve Austin.
Yeah.
And because he had 3 Rock matches in that, we were like, okay, I guess we might just follow up with the Rock's matches because we
say like 4 more after that.
Yeah, it's only a handful more after that. So it only made sense to tag this on the end of that.
Yeah.
To a degree. So were you surprised Rock's first WrestleMania match was WrestleMania 13 against the Sultan?
Yeah, his cousin.
In 1997. yeah. I was like, so even I rarely have seen any Rock when he was Rocky Maivia.
Yeah, I can't remember him all. Because I think he debuted at the Survivor Series in 1996 to Red Hot. He's trying to be the Red Hot babyface with his like weird hair and colourful ring attire, which is quite weird.
And they pushed him like his third generation superstar. Happy smiley baby face. He's gonna be.
He's gonna be great. He's gonna be the best wrestler ever. And then obviously, well, he becomes that. But at that point,
but not the way that they wanted.
Yeah, he went the long way round.
Yeah. So the Sultan, aka as you said, his cousin Rikishi. What did you think of this match?
It was ideally just a match to sort of put over the Rock.
Yeah.
But you can still...
No, Rocky Maivia.
Rocky Maivia, sorry. Well, he's kayfabe name.
Yeah.
Rocky Maivia.
But just to distinguish the personalities. Because he's plain here. He's bland.
He's bland. There's nothing special about it.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, you could tell... It's gonna sound like, you could tell he's still green, sort of.
Yeah.
But, like, you could tell Rikishi's sort of carrying this match for him. Because at this point, obviously, he's got the more... experience because he's been wrestling since forever at this point, and it was cool for him to sort of take the lead for his cousin, but it wasn't nothing too special.
The only thing that got me at the end was Rocky Johnson, Rock's dad, came to save him. They're beating up the heels that Bob Buchanan, the Iron Sheik, and the Sultan together, and it's like, okay, it's cool. It's a moment for him and his dad to team up in. But then you're like, they really are just shilling him as a third generation athlete because his dad's come out and it's like, oh yeah, Rocky Maivia didn't even know his dad was here. It's like,
that's a lie.
All right, okay. If you
I'm pretty sure they were in here together, but okay, even though that comes back when you think about it, like 15 years later, whatever it is, when The Rock comes out to help put Roman Reigns over.
Just trying to give him more of a, I don't want to say the rub, but it's just like, oh yeah, this father and son together in the ring, celebrating.
Like,
okay.
Right.
But the kid has no personality,
No.
and at this point in the generation, I think it's been removed so far away from Rocky Johnson, you kind of
forget. And even with his grandfather, you sort of forget because it's not like, for example, like the Usos and their dad.
Yeah.
They're still sort of like the same fan base is sort of still there, so you obviously know who Rikishi is.
Yeah.
But Rocky Johnson and Rocky Maivia, it's like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess. He had a kid, yay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. And,
but the match wasn't that
great.
No, but it's kind of... Okay, so I know we started this categorizing when we were putting the Steve Austin matches together. We're like, matches that we'll probably put as missable.
Yeah.
Then there was matches that are entertaining, and enjoyable, but not necessarily great. But we'd say, okay, kind of cool to watch.
Yeah.
And then there's really good matches and stuff like that. But I think we should add the fourth category here, just between missable and entertaining, which to have a curiosity kind of like average, or probably the actual match quality is probably average.
Yeah.
But if like you were saying about Andre the Giant gets slammed by Hogan, or when Austin won his first title, we'll have the curiosity kind of matches there. It's just like, I'll watch once for this particular, but you can. It's not. I wouldn't recommend it necessarily. This will probably go into curiosities because it's The Rock before The Rock.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. It's like to see how did Rocky Maivia become the most
actually no, from this perspective, because it's more of a reverse. How did The Rock ever be like this guy?
It's like the two opposite spectrums of anything. But I'll be the same curiosity.
Rock's match against first of all, before this match in WrestleMania 14 1998, before Rock's match with Ken Shamrock, he has an interview with Jennifer Flowers. Do you remember that interview?
No.
Where Rock's talking about the people in the White House doing their moral obligations. I'm like, right.
I was like, okay. I'm pretty sure at the time that's predated by then as well, but alright.
Oh yeah, I was like, Rock, you are you get away with this stuff. But this was like before Rock was doing the crazy Rock stuff. Like the most over the top Rock stuff. This is just like, I think the foundations of The Rock were set 6 months before this. Where he's charismatic bully Rock, but not over the top.
Not over the top. Insult everyone in like a 5 mile radius Rock.
There's an Intercontinental match where The Rock came out as Intercontinental Champion into the heel versus the Ken Shamrock, who's the face. Rock comes out with Nation of Domination. And this is when he's coming out during his entrance and he's mouthing onto camera. I was like, oh, he's got swagger. He's leading the group there, because Farouk's the leader of the group, but he wasn't with them coming out. But he's just like, Rock, that's Intercontinental Championship material. That's a heel that can carry the feud by himself, But there's horrible chair shots against Shamrock, man. It's like you don't need it.
No, it's because he's the world's toughest man.
Well, here's the thing.
Dangerous man. Sorry.
This match only went on for 5 minutes, but it was a blitzable. Rock got just destroyed. It was completely one-sided. Well, not that yet. Rock was doing a semi-cartoony selling, but that's because he's trying to help Ken Shamrock
get him over on it.
Yeah, exactly. So I can't blame Rock for doing this. And then came up with put the ankle lock, Rock taps.
And then he keeps it on forever, and then they reverse the decision.
Well, no. First of all, before that happens, Ken Shamrock beats up the entire Nation of Domination with their belly-to-belly slams. And I was like, well, everyone took them, and everyone took them looking really good. Even the ref that took them, they all sold it like, their backs are broken.
Oh, man.
So it really did help Ken Shamrock look like...
even though he didn't win the belt, well, technically, but then got reversed. It still put him over. So when he did win the belt eventually,
And Rock here, he knew his role, knew what he needed to do, and it didn't even matter to him that he got battered through the entire thing.
He still looked good.
Exactly. I think it's the semi-cartoony selling.
It's always that. Even Aston makes the Rock. He's overselling or won't sell him later on in his career. But
this is definitely a match, entertaining match worth watching.
It's relatively short.
Exactly. Not a great match.
No, I would say
what it is. It is what it is. It's exactly the kind of fun you'd expect
like
it to be.
a match that should have been a WrestleMania, to be honest. But,
really? I think kind of suited what it needed to be as a WrestleMania match, because it was short and everyone got battered. And that's kind of the spectacle you're expecting there.
But sort of like...
it wasn't a main event match, definitely. But it's like one of the middle of the card matches at the Intercontinental title level where everyone's trying to be elevated. It makes sense to be where it is.
But I don't know, it seems to, I think, some matches, even though this never happens anyway, WrestleMania matches, they should have, a definitive ending rather than, you know what I mean,
I think the tricky situation, they needed The Rock to keep the title for the feuds later on. And because they were trying to elevate him as well. But they needed to also elevate Ken Shamrock, so they kind of were put in this sticky position. You say these things like, you should never book these people in that particular situation to begin with. But how can you help it naturally when people get booed or cheered to a certain degree that you're not expecting? So you
got to sort of go with the flow, innit?
Even though sometimes they don't. But.
I mean, not sometimes, lots of times, but
So the next match, WrestleMania 15, V's Austin, which we've already gone over.
Yeah.
V's Austin 1999, where he came out second.
Yeah.
I mean, he came out first, even though he was champion.
Yeah.
And this was a no DQ match. I know we said before you thought it was an actual normal match. It was a no DQ. It's definitely a no DQ match. Yeah. Okay. I had a second look. I was like, wait a minute. But yeah.
Oh. So was it the second one where they say at the beginning, when brand new say, "Oh, we changed this to a no DQ match"?
I think in the middle of the.
I know one of them. That's what happens.
No. The WrestleMania 15. I think that's what they in the middle of it. I think they only announce it.
Yeah, so then before the match starts. And
but only the commentators say it, and I don't think they actually announce it.
Okay.
I don't quite think.
Yeah, well, it was 20 years ago. So.
We'll just quickly go through what I thought. It was not quite a main event match.
No.
The Rock was still trying to
be
elevated, and Austin was already the major star. So Rock wasn't built up enough to be a viable threat at that point.
And wasn't this before that? Just before the Rock's feud before this was with Mankind, when they swapped the titles.
When they just basically swapped the titles back and forth between themselves.
So
3-time champion in the space of 6 months. Not even 6 months.
Not within 6 months, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's. I don't know what to say about this match again. What did we rate this one again last time?
We only put it in 3 categories. I think I said missable.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's not like it was the Rock's first title win or anything like that. So it's missable.
Unless you want to see the first of the Rock Austin trilogy.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania, but
still,
you can WrestleMania 16, Rock versus Foley. Versus Big Show versus Triple H. Fatal 4-way match.
Yeah, with each man in the corner.
Yeah, so Rock came out with Vince.
Yeah.
That comes they're both but you have to explain. So I'll have to ask you to explain certain things to me as well. Right. But Rock comes out with Vince and they're both faces.
Yeah.
Linda comes out with Foley. They're faces. Big Show and Shane are heels, and Triple H and Stephanie, who's the women's champion at this point, are heels.
Yep.
Now, this match went about 36 minutes long, and it was quite well paced actually.
Yeah.
It was Big Show was eliminated in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But they made him look stronger because he beat up everyone and they triple teamed him. And then,
which at that point, because he was the monster at that point when he was the big nasty D word.
Yeah.
But it made sense. That's the only way you take him out.
Well, yeah, because Mick Foley hit him in the back with a chair.
Yeah.
And then Rock bottom. He was like, okay, fair enough. It took triple team and outside weapon and a finish to punch.
Yeah.
Okay. Finish in the same area the weapon hit him as well.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Yeah.
But Rock comes out with a main event level star charisma and confidence here.
Yeah, this is when he was the Rock.
Yeah. We were saying Big Show goes. We'll just quickly go through the match and then I'll have to ask you certain things, right?
Oh yeah.
Because I'm watching the vacuum again.
Yeah.
Okay, so Triple H.
Yeah.
Later on in the match, Foley and Triple H team up.
Yeah.
And puts Rock on the table, on
the
Spanish announce table, and he tells Foley to go and do that flying elbow, which Foley misses.
Yeah.
And then Triple H is like, "What am I going to do here?" You put him through the table. Yeah. So I was quick thinking on his part, I have to put him through the table, and someone was meant to put him through the table, so, and I'm the only one that's standing.
Who's standing? Not doing anything. So
And Rock needs to stay out so I can eliminate Mankind. So Mick Foley. But I think it's good that Foley missed because when he gets rolled in the ring and takes a pedigree, it's not like. If they did go and put it back, it's just like, oh, Triple H manipulated you.
Yeah.
What happened is
you can say that it was him missing the table.
Yeah, exactly. That drained his durability. Then he took pedigree and then another pedigree and he put him down. It's like, it made sense. It actually added to the drama in a sense. It's like, ooh, he got hurt.
Yeah, because how he hit the side of the table,
and then Triple H took advantage of a hurt guy to other than. Because if it did go with the band, he'd be like, Mick Foley, you're an idiot.
Yeah. Dude, what?
Well, you actually listen to Triple H.
Of all people. Yeah. The cerebral assassin. Well, yeah.
And then it becomes The Rock versus Triple H.
Yeah.
And, it was pretty good.
Because that been going on for ages, for a long time. And then this is when the turn happens, isn't it?
Well, no, okay, let's get to the crazy finish first. Yeah. Actually, first of all, I do believe Rock picks up at one point in the match.
Yeah.
Rock picks up the stairs to go to Triple H, and I think Triple H knocks him over somehow. Might have hit the chair towards the step.
Yeah.
Anyway, the chairs are on top of the Rock. The steps on top of the Rock, and then Triple H hits the
stairs. Hits the stairs.
Yeah, it's like
hits the stairs with the chair. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like,
that makes no sense.
yeah. But then it was like more for the sound effect rather than any impact damage. Because I was like, what? It's only going to spread across the stairs. The damage. It's not going to hit you.
It has that triangle bit where your head's in. Yeah.
But then he bust out a pile drive on the steps, and I was like, ooh, nice.
So I still have to do pile drivers.
Yeah. But yeah, this is so where Shane comes back and fights Vince.
Yeah.
Hits Vince with a monitor.
Yeah.
And then you don't know if Shane was going to hit the... Vince gets taken to the back. You don't know if then Shane goes in the ring and he's not sure... As the audience, you're like, is he going to hit Triple H? Is he going to hit The Rock?
Yeah.
So I think what happens? Does Vince comes back, right?
Yeah,
before he does a hit?
Yeah.
And Vince hits the Rock, right?
Hits the Rock, yeah. And then that's when like swerve.
Yeah.
The McMahons, they're all in it together, except for Lindor.
Yeah. So I was like, what?
Yeah.
This is where it confused me. It was like, okay, so Vince come out of the Rock.
Yeah.
So why did Vince turn on the Rock?
So I'm saying, like, watching it, like, so this was a long con, but I don't get why it's a long con.
If Shane and Vince were in it together, why did Shane attack Vince with a chair to put him out and make him bleed? Yeah, I was like really confused during this entire...
There's no sense to it. Because you're sitting there like...
No, that's why I was like... As I'm going to the finish and trying to
make sense
explain... I'm like in my head, I'm trying to work out what they were trying to do. But I can't. I'm like, it just seemed like they did the turn for the sake of the turn, just to disguise the fact that Vince was going to turn. Yeah, but it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't
whatsoever.
make any sense because I can't remember the reason why Vince was face in the beginning either.
No,
because even that just sounds.
No, I do believe that's when Vince was face.
Oh, this is the whole Triple H marrying Stephanie McMahon thing. Yeah.
But it doesn't make any sense why he then decided.
I'm okay with this marriage.
Yeah. And it's like, Shane, you beat up Vince, but now you're alright with this marriage as well?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And now you all beat up each other and you're all fine with what's going on.
Yeah. It made no sense.
Yeah, like I said, watching it in a vacuum, you're like, are they doing this stuff for the sake of doing this stuff? I don't even know if there's any explanation or more. They just decided to hold off Rock's title win until the next event for some reason.
Because like when you think about it, like even though that whole confusing thing there was still a lot better than what WCW is doing at the time, so it's like we allow this, I guess, because it makes slight. No, it doesn't make any sense.
Okay, so Rock gets hit with a chair, kicks out, takes another chair to the head, and then 3 count.
Yeah.
So then the crowd's Rock's getting rolled out, wherever it is. People, Stephanie, Vince, and Shane kind of hugging or whatever.
Yeah.
All I know is that people start throwing stuff into the ring. The Rock comes back.
Just kills it.
Yeah. So he comes back, and I think rock bombs all around, right?
Yeah.
What's funny is actually when he rock bombs Stephanie.
Yeah.
And he gives her the people's elbow. So she sells the rock bottom.
Yeah.
And then when she takes the people's elbow, she doesn't sell it.
Yeah, she just lies there in it.
Yeah, I'm going to say, it's the dead cell, but okay, if you're knocked out, you can't really say anything, right?
Yeah.
But when the Rock's on the floor, like taking a Hogan leg drop or his own people's elbow, he flicks his legs up like, something. It's definitely just, it's like she got hit the people's elbow and then there was no impact.
Yeah.
So they just stay there laying.
Like, it makes like I was saying, it makes no sense. Like, at least jitter a little bit. Don't have to do like a whole over, like throw my legs up in the air sort of thing. Just like
you just acknowledge the hit.
Yeah, but
I can't blame Steph. She's not a trained wrestler. She probably don't want to say I've never been don't put me in this position because she took the rock bomb pretty well actually. It just I guess the Rock hit her maybe too lightly for her to. Maybe
his elbow when he actually dropped the elbow. Maybe they actually probably connect with her so her to feel the.
Yeah. But then if she would have heard him hit the ground.
Yeah.
Regardless. And I guess because she had her eyes closed, she
like,
didn't kind of react.
Yeah, it's like I'm dead.
yeah.
But yeah,
that's what I just noticed. It's like she didn't move whatsoever after the
Yeah, I remember that. I remember one time I was a kid. I was like, okay,
yeah. Because then, like you're saying, even if you're on the cheap seats watching the event live,
yeah,
you don't know if he connected with her or not.
Yeah, but
she needs to
like give you some like visual cues. You're like, oh yeah, like a cheer or boo or whatever. But
it was a match that went by pretty quickly.
Yeah, before. It was a good match. I remember a lot of people dog on this match.
It's because Triple H won.
Yeah, but it made sense for him to win.
Well, hold on. All the lead up,
on.
Yeah. All the lead up to actual during match stuff where you won is like, why do all that stuff? Just
the swerve wasn't needed. All those swerves weren't needed.
No. You could have just had Vince come out again and hit the Rock.
Yeah.
No, but then you'd have to explain why Shane is like, okay. Shane beat up Vince, right? We could say because Big Show, Rock eliminated Big Show. Yeah. Okay, fine. But then you can't have Shane team up with Vince afterwards.
After all that, yeah. But I can't remember why. Like you're saying as well, watching his vacuum stuff. I can't remember why they all were beefing.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any.
I understood the Triple H involvement and the Stephanie thing.
Yeah.
But the other, like, I can't remember why Shane had beef with people. I know the Linda McMahon, she felt sorry for Mick Foley. That's why she put in the match. But I can't remember what happens. Why?
That's what I'm saying. Even the video packages didn't really explain anything that was going on.
No,
really,
you're like, oh,
okay.
I'm as lost. I was before. But yeah.
So, where would you put this match? Good and enjoyable.
Good and enjoyable, just for like the mad spots and stuff like that.
Yeah. I would say
and insanity.
Okay, so I would say this actually is a really good match.
Yeah.
I would put in that category, but it dropped down because what the hell was going on with the McMahons at the end? It's just like
no sense.
Yeah.
That's what kind of puts
because you'll be watching these matches as the matches. You're not going to be watching all these.
You're the Raws and stuff leading up to it. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So it drops down to, for me, entertaining and enjoyable, but not
must see or anything like that. It's not essential to the Rock's career.
Yeah. WrestleMania 17 with 2001 with Austin. Face to face for basically the number one player of this company. Yeah. Great match.
Yeah, this is, again, much as we gushed about in the last one, this is probably one of the best Rock matches out there, just story wise, action wise.
Yeah. Everyone, they both came in with their plausible reasons why it got to this point, and they were both bigger stars of the company.
Yeah,
and Austin needed to prove himself.
Yeah.
The Rock was already the champion, and he just needs to essentially
cement that he is the man because he's never beaten Austin at this point.
Exactly,
which was like,
and the finish. With all the chair shots, helped them both. Like, they both kicked out of each other finish.
Yeah.
And the fact that Austin had to go to all them chair shots with Vince McMahon kind of gave The Rock his out for losing.
Yeah. Because if he sort of took a stunner and that was it.
Yeah.
After all what's going on in that match, it'd be kind of anticlimactic. So, like, him taking them violent chair shots and getting hit and basically choked to death with the chair.
Yeah.
It added to The Rock's character and added to Stone Cold, so it made the match feel more important. The turn, on the other hand, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But
I think his Austin's turn, what he did after the turn was pretty good with his character. Whether it should have happened during this match in Houston, where he's
that's
that hero is kind of a bit of an awkward one.
Yeah.
If this match was in Miami, Florida, on the other hand,
then different story. He'll get the proper heel heat in it because he beat The Rock in The Rock.
I mean, he probably would have got enough cheers because he's Stone Cold and still the man. But when he got his turn, it would have been exactly where they wanted him to be.
Yeah.
But they're definitely a great match. Definitely must-see match. It makes sense in itself. You just maybe why is McMahon coming out in the middle of this? But whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was the first row seat. Yeah, it just made.
To be fair though, you could say. I think they were saying in the commentary, McMahon's coming out to see the end of this match because he wants to know who the number one guy in his company will be, and he's going to have their back or whatever. But then he just sets up something shady because it's like Vince. Yeah, he's going to come in and try and interfere, and they're both going to put him out, or someone's going to turn.
Yeah.
Or if he's just coming out you should have probably been out there from
the start, yeah.
But then he just say, I'm here to raise the hand of the winner.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, fair enough.
Or he come out and say, I hate both of them. I want to see who is something more logical than him
Oh, I hand the champ. You could even say, I'm going to personally hand the championship belt to the winner.
Yeah, or he's there to make sure there is a winner. So something more
plausible than just walking out there, and then you're like, something's going to happen. Something clearly going to happen because this guy's no reason for him to walk out.
Because didn't he have a match earlier in that?
Yeah. No. Sorry, we're getting mixed up. Did he have a match earlier? I don't think he did. Did he? No, it was. He did.
Did he have a match against Shane?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because it's the same year. Yeah, he had a match against Shane because the whole WCW buying thing. Yeah. So yeah, it makes even more sense. Like no sense. Like he just had like a legit like murder fight with his son.
Yeah.
Why is he walking out now, back in his suit?
Yeah. So if they put Shane and Vince earlier, like in the middle of the card, by the time they got to this point, he'd be like, I lost to my son. I don't know what the hell's happening with my company now, or whatever. Yeah. Then you could just put a plausible reason. Like, we have to establish who's the number one in my company. Because at this point we were going to integrate some WCW guys there.
Yeah,
just make up something, and then you can come out, and then he's there.
Yeah, not just. But yeah.
But the match itself, as we've said multiple times, it's great. It's a great match.
Central watch.
Yeah, face versus face, a really good face versus face. Yeah. 2 number 1 guys in the company.
Yeah.
Showdown, and really built towards a big showdown.
Yeah.
I don't know how likely it's going to be happening against. You're never going 2 stars to that level.
Yeah.
I mean, previously you could say you had it with Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior, the Ultimate Challenge.
Yeah.
But nowadays, who I don't think they could kind of build towards.
They couldn't
this kind of thing. They don't have the people. They don't have the big stars at this moment in the company to build to a match like this, because the 2 biggest babyfaces currently aren't going to be to the level of the 2 babyfaces. These are, I want to say, once in a lifetime or once in a twice in a generation sort of thing. But it's just something so big that the characters were bigger than the company itself. You don't have that now.
You don't have that now. Yeah, the only sort of close thing to do it, but you couldn't really do it anyway because one of them, or even one of them is a part-time in that, like John Cena. The only way, like, if you got John Cena like against Roman or something like that now, that's only. Even that'd be under the Stone Cold.
Yeah.
I mean, because they haven't got, like you said, they haven't got people to.
I mean, they transcended the industry at this point.
Yeah.
Rock's going. Did he start on Scorpion King at this point?
I think they might.
No. So Austin's merch, even though he's a wrestler, as in that industry, his merch was everywhere.
Yeah.
He drew eyes to the product. Yeah. Everyone was watching the company. But then the Rock as well was like to that level. Where you're like, yeah.
Yeah, he was red hot.
That's why the feud was so kind of, I want to say personal, because they backstage they were buddies.
Yeah.
Especially
like character wise,
it was like, okay, this might be this is the final thing we have to get through, because one of us is going to have to be number 2.
Yeah, like basically like Austin's whole promo is like, I need this to be the man. Like so except like one of the probably best WrestleMania matches of all time in all personal opinions.
WrestleMania 18 2002 versus Hogan.
Yeah.
As well. So funny enough, Rock is the face and Hogan's the heel there.
He's meant to be the face.
Yeah, exactly. Hogan's the heel and Rock is the face, except that Canada swapped the other way around and Rock got booed.
Yeah, even though
Icon versus Icon.
I'm not gonna lie though, I'm not much of a Hulk Hogan fan.
No,
not much at all. But I mean, when I watched this,
fan of his personality or his so of the character,
I'm not a fan of both.
Or his match ability. There's 3 things there.
All of it, basically.
Okay.
I've never like really rated him in the ring anyway. But I'm not gonna lie. When I first watched this, back in 2002, I did sort of get swayed halfway through. Like, oh man, Hogan's pretty good. I cheered him for a bit, and I was like, no, Rock's my boy. I'm sticking with the Rock. You know, he's not gonna leave me and goes to WCW. That didn't exist at the time, or if he's going to go to Hollywood, which he does. But I was probably behind him. But there was moments I was like, oh yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
This is. They've pulled me into this match. The emotions are everywhere.
This match, like you're saying, masterclass of working smart and not hard. They use the characters. They use the characters to make everything work. The reactions and stuff like that. Rock's cartoony exaggerates them, but not like it's just piss take selling. And Rock, the Hogan kept true to his NWO character. As well, hulking up and all that stuff. So it's like in ring, it's not great.
It's not great,
but the aura surrounding the crowd reaction,
the electricity.
All the moves they did mattered to the degree that you'd expect it to. Very basic moves.
Very basic moves.
So when Rock ran into a chokeslam by Hogan, I don't think that was meant to happen. I think the Hogan was just meant to grab him in a choke and take him down, but the Rock just threw his legs up and it was like, Hogan didn't use a chokeslam. What was that?
No, he had a couple of times that exact same way, but I think that you might be right. People just ran into him and they just threw their legs up because he's done it a couple of times.
I think because the NWO Hogan of that era was just using like shady tactics and stuff like illegal moves. So I don't know necessarily he meant to do a running chokeslam. It looked like he just because he grabbed him afterwards. It's like he got him in the choke, did a chokeslam, but he lost his grip on him after. So then when he landed, he
carried on.
With the choke. And I was like, maybe he just meant to take him down as a choke.
Yeah, because I think that's what it's like.
But knowing The Rock, he's just like, for theatricality's sake, I'll just throw my legs up and make the move look explosive, and the crowd loved it.
Because he's done it a few. I remember with WCW, he's done it a few times, but it's normally to like smaller guys. But isn't in the beginning of this match like a good 2 minutes of them just looking at each other? The crowd's going.
And the feud leading to this match. Before the NWO versus Stone Cold and Rock, we're just going to how the NWO crashed
a semi-truck into
the ambulance. Which housed The Rock's body after they ambushed him. And then Hogan looks through it afterwards, and then the NWO look through it, and they all crap themselves. Look what we've done! And then Rock comes out next week, still has The Rock, and like, what?
They just killed. They basically try to kill you in a car, but you're walking back. Okay.
So leading up to this, just for discussion's sake, Stone Cold and The Rock versus the NWO. What did you think of that tag match that happened just before WrestleMania?
I thought that was good. If I remember correctly, what's his face? Scott Hall obviously doesn't get that much in a match, does he? Because of... Well, no, was it Hogan doesn't really...
Hogan doesn't really do a lot.
Because he has a brief little bit with Stone Cold in tag match and then they go out. It was okay. I like... the whole build to that match was better than the actual tag team match, for honest.
The Rock sending the leg drop like
he got shot. Like, got decapitated,
I noticed that. I think Rock did most of the work in the tag team because I don't know if Hogan and Austin kind of had beef with each other, but when they kind of like were having their interaction, they weren't really selling for each other that much because there's a bit at the end after the match finished and Austin was fighting off the outsiders. Then he came in and took down Hogan and to punches, and it's like Hogan's not really selling the punches, then Austin's just constantly trying to go for him. Just they're not really doing favors to each other particularly.
Because Austin's got that beef with him because of him he got fired from WCW, isn't it?
I think there's something to do with that. And that's why they didn't have Hogan versus Rock. Hogan versus Stone Cold, which I don't think would have been that a greater match considering Rock is cartoony selling helps this match. I don't think with the wrestling abilities of Hogan, you couldn't really have a brawl an Austin style brawl. It'd have to be a no DQ something just to cover up something.
Name wise, I would say Austin versus Hogan's would be bigger. But like I was saying, ring wise it wouldn't. Because obviously Austin's style is certain way. So is Hogan's style at that point where he sort of does the same sort of brawling but a lot slower. And more showboating rather than Austin's literally like, I'm dragging you everywhere, we're fighting there. Hogan's around the ring.
So Rock's athletic. There's the thing. Rock's like the go-between that is athletic enough to do the stuff to get around everything. That's probably why they were like, okay, Rock and Hogan. That's fine. I think at this point as well there wouldn't be an argument over who wins or not. Because Hogan versus Stone Cold, they'd be like, we're the biggest stars of the business at the 90s and 80s. I don't want to lose to him. I don't want... It could have been an issue.
Yeah, I reckon it probably was.
Hogan losing to Rock seemed to be no issue, but...
I don't know. I still think it probably is. It was an issue behind that, but it probably got squashed.
Well, I think it was more of... The Rock is going to be our next big star, and he's like, you know, over a decade younger than you or something like that. Rock will win because we can still continue to push him for X amount of time, even though
But I still think, I reckon there was money involved for him to take that bit more money for him to take that loss.
Okay, strangely enough, I would say this is a must-watch match.
Yeah, no, it is.
Even though, like I was saying before, ring quality it's very good for what it is.
Yeah, but if you're looking for like a 5-star match, ring wise, no, but entertainment wise, obviously,
yes, it's very, very good.
It's very good, great.
Austin versus Rock, WrestleMania 19, 2003.
We spoke about this one before. Again, you can't go wrong with Austin and The Rock.
Mm-hmm. This is I here in my notes. It's very good character match, similar to the Hogan match in ring and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So Rock's cartoonly selling again. Character moments are what is carrying these matches.
Yeah.
Not to say these guys aren't good in ring. No. It's just that they at this point they're like, not that they can coast, but it's like, all right.
We know what we can do to get the most reaction out of the crowd by doing not limited stuff, but not
endangering ourselves.
Yeah, not Hardy Boys endangering
ourselves. Don't need to kill ourselves. Yeah. Now, I thought this was very good. I think we were saying before, it's like Rock works on the legs, and that's why he took 3 rock bombs to take down Austin, which is fair enough.
Yeah, it's like one didn't hurt his back. The second one might. The third one. This is
like, but they sell it equally for each other. In a not outlandish or ludicrous fashion, but it's just like enough to give each other offense to levels like, okay, this is what's happening.
Like you can go into the match not knowing history, you wouldn't know who's gonna win.
Yeah,
there's like it was even footing, like you said. Like there was no like the sort of. With WrestleMania 15, you kind of obviously knew Austin was winning because he won the Royal Rumble and built to that, stuff like that. 19, again, you don't really know how they built that up. You're like, who could it be? Even though Austin did win the Rumble, but whatever, you don't know who it is. And with this one, you definitely don't know who it is because at this point, they're both literally hot timers. So you don't know, and not knowing Austin's retiring off this match, you could think, oh, maybe Austin is going to win. And he'll have the clean sweep over The Rock. But no, it was the opposite. But great overall match. Standard Austin match at the start though, obviously. You know, brought out the outside and all that stuff. And then overly selling Rock, which is the best. But not too bad.
Because following the next match, WrestleMania 20 in 2004, this is where Rock is like, you know what?
I'm at the door, buddy.
No. I thought, okay. So here's the thing, right? This match is Rock and Sock Connection, which is Mick Foley and The Rock versus The Evolution, which would be Batista, Orton, and Flair at this point, right? Because Triple H is in
the main event. Not main. Yeah, he is in the main event, isn't he?
Yeah. So what it is Flair. To me, this match is just Flair and Rock just having a blast.
Yeah,
they just enjoying themselves, hamming it up. They didn't care what like Foley and Orton and Batista kind of taking it more serious because they've got things to do following these matches. Right?
Flair's just happy to be wrestling throughout this point, and Rock's just there
like just for jokes. I'm getting a payday.
Yeah, man, give the fans what they want.
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what the people want. Like they're gonna love it.
Yeah.
I just like. 17 minutes, but it went by pretty quickly. And every time Rock and Flair were in the ring, they were just having a laugh. It just between themselves, they were just having a massive joke of a match. But it wasn't to the point where we were laughing with them.
It wasn't like, for example, it's not like Hogan versus Shawn Michaels where Shawn Michaels is having a laugh by himself. Well, we're laughing with Shawn Michaels, and Hogan's trying to take it seriously. Everyone else sort of knew they were doing what they're doing. And it didn't take away from the match. It's not like, these guys were pissed.
And the guys who were taking it more serious, they weren't angry at the guys who weren't taking it seriously because it's just like, just part of the fun.
Yeah, and you got to remember at some point as well, not Austin, Batista and Randy are still young in their careers.
Yeah,
so
they can't
do that sort of stuff.
And Foley, he probably could have, but I think because he was feuding with Orton on the next pay-per-view, he couldn't really do it himself as well because he didn't want to probably get in trouble.
Yeah.
Flair, probably how often he's going to get back in the ring.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
And
Rock's the Rock.
He could
at that point,
he was going anyway, so he's like, I'm just gonna enjoy myself.
I'm gonna enjoy myself.
Flair's gonna enjoy it. Like clearly, Flair came in, they tagged it like Flair's gonna enjoy himself.
Yeah,
all right, we'll just woo. We'll do our attacks and stuff like that. Yeah,
but unlike we were saying about the other matches, this one I legit thought Rock's gonna win.
Yeah.
No. But that threw me off. I remember as a kid, I was like, that's not good. But now obviously,
you're looking at it probably from they've got Rock back.
Yeah.
They've got the Foley back who hasn't wrestled. Give the veterans one last win before they ride off to the sunset.
But then when you think about it now, it makes more sense to have Evolution win because you're building up Randy and Batista because they are the future.
Well, so here's the thing that I noticed. When Foley took the RKO, he basically kicked out just after 3, and I was like,
was that a botch?
No, I think either that or you murdered the RKO right there because you should not have been kicking out after 3. If anything, I was thinking, logically speaking, to get to where they still need to get to without destroying someone's finish or making it look bad and stuff like that. Batista, Flair, and Rock were brawling in the background.
Yeah.
You could have just had Flair come in. So Foley had the mandible claw on Randy Orton. And then in the match, he RKO'd him. 1-3. We could have had Flair sweep in at some point while Foley had Orton in the mandible claw. Low blow. Yeah. Exactly. Then RKO. Could have got exactly where you wanted to. Foley was down. He got ambushed from behind. Then it could still lead to the next match they were having at Backlash for the hardcore match that Foley lost to Randy Orton.
Well, I think back then, that's when the RKO wasn't as superpowers now, isn't it? Yeah, and that as well. Yeah, but I'm saying but like you're saying, he shouldn't have kicked that after one. He's just not after one.
Because, like you say, it looked like a mistake.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't a mistake, then you just basically said this guy's finisher's weak.
Yeah. So it's like, holy man, you should have done it.
But the heels did what they needed to do afterwards because they rolled out the ring and then it was like Rock and Mick Foley in the ring going celebrating to the crowd and stuff like that. Clap, 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 stuff like that. It was like, okay, fair enough. You guys knew where you wanted to at the end point, so really you didn't need to kick out.
Exactly. You're going to get the cheers either way anyway if you're doing that. So,
would you say this match is? See, here's the funny thing, right? Segments of this match are great because they don't care, but I'd probably slot it into entertaining and enjoyable because it's fun to watch.
Yeah, it's fun to watch.
But if everyone acted the same way as Flair and Rock, I'd be like, this is amazing.
No, it would be amazing, like you said, in a bubble. But even was like, why? Because if that was now, I reckon they all would just have a laugh about it. Exactly. Especially because Randy Orton's in that point in his career now, he just doesn't. He does care, but doesn't care. So he'll do jokes things for no reason, like when he did the RKO and did the split in the air, and
and then when he RKO'd Seth Rollins, and he's like,
stuff like that. He just doesn't care at this point. Batista likes to have fun, like his last match at WrestleMania with Triple H when he tripped getting into the ring, so he walked out of the ring and got in again and started laughing. I'm like, Batista.
Yeah, like you say, I think that they went. They at this point didn't have to pull to pull off all that stuff. So, but it'd have been more fun if they did.
If they did, they should revisit that match.
It's just a bit awkward. It's a bit awkward to see people. Some people taking it seriously, some people not taking it seriously. But you can understand why the guys who kind of had to
be professional at a point. Yeah, but I'll put in the same category as you. Entertaining for all the right reasons.
Okay, so what do you think of Rock's match against John Cena at WrestleMania 28?
Well, once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime, but we'll go to once in a lifetime.
I don't know which match.
So they were saying about this is another face versus face match.
Yeah.
Okay, this is my opinion, right?
Yeah.
He's trying to make it an epic match, but it did not need to be that length of time.
Yeah.
If it was 2,000, because it's 30 minutes. If it was 20 minutes, then you could have got everything you needed to, and it would have been viewed as an epic match, because the Hogan matches were like 17 minutes long, and the other Austin match was about that length as well.
Yeah.
But they tried to make it like this long match between guys who are equal abilities and stuff like that. And it's just like, it's very casually paced. Cena using rest holds for The Rock so they can regain their energy for the next sequence. I'm going to say it was Rock's fault that because he's out of shape or whatever. Yeah. I think they just tried to create a match that was too long for what it needed to be.
Yeah,
because it was just like spurts of action, either double down or rest hold, or selling.
Yeah,
you know, just like for them to regain their breaths. I'm like, but this split, so you could have just cut.
Yeah, and I think it's not them losing. I think because obviously at that point the Rock has been in the ring in ages, so I reckon those rest holds were for him rather than John Cena.
Of course.
Because John Cena's a machine. He can go forever.
No, I'm just saying John Cena was doing the rest holds.
So him, So he kind of
because John Cena bust out a bear hug, and I was like, John Cena, you didn't do bear hugs.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, that's weird.
Yeah,
never seen you do it. Even though realistically you could do it or hurt someone because of how huge you are, but.
We want to mention this is in Florida, The Rock's hometown.
Yeah.
So the crowd is loving everything that's happening when The Rock's doing his comebacks and stuff. But when I'm watching it, I'm like, first time watching it, I was like, oh yeah, The Rock versus Cena. But then you're like, when you watch it with a more analytical eye afterwards, it's like, you're like, this match is very straightforward and basic, and a lot of rest time. It's like, I'd rather it be quicker and shorter. No, not quicker and shorter, but faster pace.
Faster pace, yeah. Because you know John Cena can go at a fast pace. That's the thing. That's the sort of thing that brings you down as well. Because you know, say you go back his limited wrestling abilities, quote unquote. But whoever he always wrestled, he could keep up with them.
Yeah. Even
if he was facing like Rey Mysterio or whatever, he can keep up Rey Mysterio. Yeah. So seeing him sort of bring back his pace to keep up with The Rock, it kind of takes you out of the enjoyment of the match.
Yeah. But at the time, what did you think of it at the time?
At the time, because I got bought up into the hype and that stuff, I was like, hey, this is great.
Yeah,
rewatching, I was like, it's alright, but I see, obviously, because of the next one, you see where it was going, so it makes a second, I would say the second match better. We'll get into that in a second.
Yeah.
But,
so we just, this is, I want to say, okay, this will fall into the curiosity kind of category for me, because it's like an average match. It's not great. I might even put. I'm moving towards missable, but it's The Rock versus Cena. Yeah. So if you want,
keep saying that.
You want to see these two guys interact. Yeah, the promos were better than the match, though. So,
I would say the reason why I say watch it, if you not skip it, but there's lots of bits in like the end. I like the end because it showed Cena get like cocky, like I'm great, and then he goes to mock The Rock with his you can't see the elbow, and The Rock just flips up. Rock bottom, that's it. So I like that. I like, okay, then when you see John Cena just sit on the ramp
like the biggest position.
Yeah, my life is over. What do I do now? So I like that aspect of it. But
hit the highlight reel rather than watch the full match. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. WrestleMania 29 versus Cena, face versus face, twice in a lifetime. This match actually was about 24 minutes, which it still felt kind of long though.
Yeah.
Brock came in as champion.
Yep.
And it seemed to me this match is similar to the last match, same sort of setup, rest holds and stuff like that. And it's just like, it wasn't. When I was watching at the time, for some reason I thought it was really good. But now watching it again, it's a finisher spam towards the end of it. They're just trying to go for their finishers all the time, and this had less crowd heat because it's not in any of their hometowns.
Yeah.
So kind of, I don't want to say watching it again.
It New York, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of exposed the lack of match quality.
Yeah, but I know a lot of that match is ended because The Rock tore something. Yeah. Can't remember. It's in. I think it's at the beginning as well. Or
that's what he said.
Yeah.
And to be fair to him, he still pulled off the rest of the match with no problem, and it never looked like he had a physical issue.
No.
But he said he tore, I think, on abdominal muscle or something.
But like it's I don't know, like if you watch the matches back to back,
like we did,
like we did, like I would still say like because everything happened in the first match makes the second match better.
Yeah,
like story wise.
Yeah, because there's callbacks. So he does the people's elbow, but then he Cena does people's elbow and he stops before when Rock flips up
and you see Monroe go, yeah. But I would say though, for both matches, again, Rock's my boy from day one, whatever. I was on John Cena's side for both matches.
See, I was not. I was on Rock's side, but then here is the thing.
Yeah.
Rock, by the time the match started, Rock wasn't doing his Rock antics that I remember back from the point where he had his rest of his winning matches.
Yeah.
If the Rock was doing this, not overselling necessarily, but all the body language movements he does, like putting out his brain and stuff like that, swaggering around.
Yeah.
Like when he was in the Hogan matches and stuff like that. Just that sort of behaviour. Yeah. And like, alright, it can cover for anything that's not happening in the match. Yeah. When something's not going on. When action's not happening. He's just parading around, showing off himself. And like, that's the type of Rock I'd expect. But just, no, I don't think he had the energy to do that.
I think at that point as well, because he sort of transitioned away from that. He's more like...
serious Rock?
Sort of serious, but like... people power... I don't know what I'm using the genre and everything, but sort of people power thing at a point where he wouldn't do that because, you know... he doesn't be seen as a Hollywood.
Well, that's the thing is that these two matches, he's coasting by, not coasting by in a negative way, but it's just like the Rock style power basically.
Yeah, is the match. Rather than the Rock character. Yeah,
exactly.
And I remember, I do wish that in the alternate universe of all this, where it's meant to be a triple threat match for him, CM Punk, and John Cena.
Yeah,
I would love to see how that actually went.
Because I think. Anything that the Rock it would have helped the Rock in that match because then he didn't need to be always there.
Yeah, he could have been out the side resting.
And then CM Punk and John Cena always have good matches, so they could have just carried certain sections of it. But unfortunate.
Yeah,
that didn't happen, and it would have been more logical for that to happen because then your once in a lifetime will still be in once in a lifetime, and then you could still have Cena pin the Rock because that's what you wanted to do anyways.
And then that could have led to another CM Punk Cena feud. Yeah.
Or however you want to do it. But it's just like, putting Punk in there would have helped the match pace out. But I think they just wanted Cena to have a clean win against The Rock because The Rock had a clean win against him previously. But that destroys your whole once in a lifetime.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they just didn't think about that much. But overall, that's their sequels. I'll say they're watchable. They're essential for The Rock and sort of John Cena.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's where you're putting them in. I'll be like, I put him in the curiosity category. Like, you know, maybe you're gonna watch it once, but it's not great match quality.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to see Rock versus Cena, fine, but they're not. The match itself isn't great. Yeah,
because I would say because like the build up to the matches where The Rock basically got destroyed by John Cena, like verbally, but
I don't know about...
you write your lines on your hand. Say that stuff.
No, okay, but but then The Rock also came. They had equal moments where they would throw shade at each other enough that you're like, okay, I can side with one or the other. Yeah, like it's the Captain America side. I did think it was probably a bit. I don't want to say out of order for Cena to point out the notes, but hey, if that's the Cena character anyway, so I can't say. But then The Rock can always come up with whatever he needs to come up with to help the rest of the segment anyway. So it doesn't. He needs the notes to hit some points, right? Fair enough, but it's not as if The Rock can't cut a promo because you know how The Rock can.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just don't know. I think as well because Cena was there every day.
It'd be funny though if we were watching this match together at the same time, because I'll be like, every time Cena does something, I'll be like, boo. No. And then every time Rock does something, you'd be like, boo.
The thing is, I wouldn't boo The Rock. That's the thing about it. That's the thing I'm booing. Because I'm even that guy when Cena was wrestling, when people would start saying John Cena starts like, oh no, he doesn't. I was that guy because
Well, I'd say I probably like in all honesty, I think I would have cheered The Rock over Cena. Just because he's more electric, this is like a flashback to. But then once the match, we watched the match, you're like,
Cena carried this.
Yeah, probably Cena was the guy I should be cheering in the sense that he's. When I look at it as the people of the physical wrestlers, you're like, this guy's probably holding it up more than his end of the bargain, really. But whatever.
Whatever, yeah.
The follow-up though, WrestleMania. I say the follow-up because there's a reason here.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 32, The Rock versus Rowan.
Yeah.
Now, it's a 6-second match. Rock bottom, and I didn't notice is when the bell rang, Rowan was going to throw a punch, and then he stopped, and then he threw the punch to The Rock. So I don't know if he moved just before the bell rang, and he started too early for The Rock.
Yeah.
Like,
I think he did because
not necessarily for The Rock's reaction. It's just like I think they were waiting for the bell.
Yeah.
But he almost moved before exactly on it.
Yeah. I think that might be like nerves or whatever. But yeah. That
I want to really call it. Just watch. What's 6 seconds long?
I would say just for The Rock's entrance alone. Where he takes like 7 minutes to get to the ring.
With the flamethrower, right?
Yeah, because he's all walking up the ring, slapping his entrance, slapping his chest, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then walks away, gets a flamethrower, takes about 2 minutes to figure out how to turn it on, and then burns his name. Yeah, that's worth it.
And then cut a promo on everyone.
Yeah.
And then the White family come out to terrorize him.
Yeah.
The Rock calling them all backwards hillbillies, and it's strange to see Braun Strowman with actual hair.
Yeah.
Now, no, not strange in the sense, but it's just like,
but yeah,
dude, he had bushy hair, man.
Yeah, he just had like. Whenever I think of that, I think when he had that hair, I was thinking, oh, he's a giant baby. But yeah.
Yeah. And then he calls them all names. I don't know why Bray was injured.
He was injured.
And Braun Strowman, I think at that point was too green. So they
went into The Rock.
And plus as well, whoever was going to get pinned was going to get buried. So they had to. Oh, they're going to be chopped out at the very least.
Yeah,
so they chose the guy they weren't going to use at any point.
Yeah.
Sadly. And then when after this match, if you can even call it that.
Yeah. After this
segment,
yeah, that's the best way for it.
No, it's not a segment because the segment don't finish. Up this point, right?
After this, whatever it is, yeah.
Then the John Cena, like the Wade family come out, the Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt come in, and you think they're gonna fight The Rock.
Yeah.
John Cena comes out.
Yep, great spot.
They all beat up all the heels. They all go away, and then Cena and The Rock, they're best buddies now after their epic quote unquote feud.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
This is what I noticed first time around though, which is strange to say, but Cena looked small. Right, but not small in. Cena's a massive human being, but he looked only smaller than what he used to be. But say if he was standing beside me, you'd still be massive. Yeah, I think it's just like when you used to see him a certain size. Because I think he had the injury. Yeah. So he shrunk a little bit, but it's just like, he looked noticeably smaller, but that's because of he hadn't worked out. So it's not a cuss or anything.
Yeah,
it's
but
just when you're used to seeing the certain size.
Yeah. What injury did he have? It wasn't an elbow because that was 2 years before that. Yeah. Oh, but yeah, it looked weird. That's what I was like, oh, he doesn't look hulking as he usually does. Yeah. But he still looks like big.
No, I don't want to say he looks like a normal man.
He looks like a man who visits the gym regularly rather than a man who lives in the gym. Like missable. Someone say that.
Well, no. I wouldn't say miss. I like. What, you're gonna miss? You're gonna rate?
Good point. No,
you're gonna rate badly a 6-second match.
No, not even that. I went back on what I said because I said it's watchable just for the entrance. So watch it.
Okay, hold on. Well, no, but don't count the entire segment. Just the match itself, because that's what we're talking about. So just the match itself is 6 seconds. Well, you could miss it. This falls in two categories because you could miss it. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's so that.
But it's enjoyable.
It's enjoyable.
How can you cuss a 6-second match?
Can't cuss it.
Nothing happens.
But it's like. You're going to take more time looking for this match than it is watching it.
It's so, this falls in a quandary because I could say it's missable, but it is...
Yeah.
You don't need to see it in any degree, but there's nothing bad to cuss about.
Yeah, you're not losing much from watching it. Cause
unless, like you say, by the time you find it...
you still got to log in.
You could have just imagined it, really.
Yeah, literally, you're not missing much. There's no technical moves, it's a rock bottom.
Yeah.
To a 6'7" dude.
Okay, closing this off though, do you think The Rock would be coming back for any more matches? And if he does, who do you think would be WrestleMania specifically?
Yeah, it's gonna be the WrestleMania.
But because I'm not say it's obviously has to be WrestleMania because they got the money they're shilling out to him for that appearance. They would probably, but then it's whether his insurance would cover it. Let's just say though, he does have a WrestleMania match. Who do you think he should be against, and why?
Can I have two answers?
Yeah.
First one obviously would be Roman Reigns,
of course, because for the title. This current incarnation of
I don't think. If this is, even if he keeps his coronation going, whatever, I don't think if it's this WrestleMania, then obviously it'll be the title. If it's like next year WrestleMania, no, year after, WrestleMania, I don't think he needs a title for it.
Okay.
Because he can still be head of the table without his title or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see that, and it'd be sort of a passing of the torch, even though Roman doesn't really need it. Even though I reckon Roman's going to be the next one.
Okay, so as much as I would like to say the same, I'm just wary of the style of match Rock had with John Cena, whether it's going to be like that sort of pace. And I don't think Roman could carry someone to a 30-minute match that doesn't have the cardio for it.
Yeah. I mean,
he had the 30-minute match with Brock, right?
Yeah.
And now Suplex City, and then punches and stuff like that, right? But when you look at how much Roman did in the match, because what he was dealing out, was just like the massive flurry at the end.
Yeah.
Whereas the better match was the suplexes that Brock was doing.
Yeah.
So unless it goes the same way,
good point.
Not to say, look, it'd be a spectacle of a match.
Yeah.
Because of the purity of a match, and I would like to see it myself. But I'm like, Rock, either this match will have to be less than 20 minutes.
Yeah. And Roman deserves better than that. To be fair,
well, if Roman's gonna win, it don't really matter.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying like, because of like how Roman's been for the last honestly year, or whatever, how he's been wrestling and stuff.
Yeah.
I reckon he does deserve like a lengthy match, which is actually quite competitive, rather than like you're saying, if it's with The Rock, it'd just be like the Cena match where it's bit of offense for a while.
See, not to say Roman's ability is not good. It's just that we had a preview of it when he had the match with the Undertaker, and Undertaker was couldn't go at the rates, and not to, of course, like not to say get a knock on Roman Reigns or Undertaker. It's just that I don't think the styles worked in that that pace, that ability, and I mean they tried, but they just couldn't. Yeah. Not to say Rock doesn't have the injuries Undertaker has, but then he doesn't have the cardio as well. He needs to top that up. I'd want to watch it if you could get. I want to see also how they're going to put it together, but at the same time, it's like I'd rather not have it if
it's not going to be good.
Yeah. Or if Rock, it doesn't need to be good. It just needs to have Rock's antics to hide the fact that he's breathing hard. Yeah. So if he takes a Superman punch and flops about and stuff like that, you're like, okay, fair enough. Yeah. You know, that sort of thing. Where if he takes a spear, he'll flip backwards and stuff.
Yeah. Oh God.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I mean,
it disguises. It takes your eye away from. It's like the magician's apprentices.
Yeah.
We have a fit lady, and you're not looking at what's going on rather than
what's actually happening.
Yeah. So that's one. Yeah, and I will also say, what was your second one you were saying?
I'll change it now. It's going to be. I was going to say John Cena, so you can have the whole
trilogy. Yeah. Thrice in lifetime.
Yeah, thrice in lifetime. But actually, I'm going to say the person I say who is The Rock, in my opinion's best rival. Yeah. Triple H.
You'd think they should have one more match.
Yeah.
All right. That's
because Triple H should still go.
Yeah. Here's the funny thing. So we both say Roman, right? Yeah. But you're saying if he's going to have another match, Triple H. Now here's the one. I'll throw one out there just for the sake of crowd interaction here. Yeah. But peak Daniel Bryan. Yeah. When he was doing the Yes movement. Yeah. And then he'd be like, okay, so who are the people going to cheer? The guy with that's got the crowd on his side now? Yeah. Or the guy who comes back with electricity? You know that Daniel Bryan can carry the match.
Yeah, you can carry a match.
But it'd be look at the size of them, you know.
That as well, and I know for a fact
they wouldn't. I don't think they would put that match together either. But it'd just be fun, like, because then you're like, well, the guy who's the biggest star at this point in the industry, against a past star who's, but. Like I said, they're not going to put that.
No, I know that Rock will definitely go over because I don't think The Rock sees himself as someone to lose to Daniel Bryan. That's like with the Triple H one. I know obviously Triple H is going to lose, but it'll be sort of like another end of an era sort of match. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, they both will have a weird.
Well, the thing is, you're looking at it like a continuation of a feud and how it will cap off. I'm looking at it like here's a guy who's got the same sort of popularity and he could carry that match as well. Yeah. But like you said, yours is more likely that than mine. Yeah. But we would both, I think, of all the three matches we mentioned, Roman Reigns is probably the most likely.
Yeah, like that's probably the most likely, unless that WrestleMania comes about and then Roman Reigns is injured or something. Yeah. Then Triple H be like, I'm doing nothing. I can still go.
Let's see if we can pay The Rock enough money to.
I can carry you literally
Do you reckon that at that point the Rock will come out with the Black Adam sort of lightning electricity?
Yeah. That's what I was saying. The reason that's why I was saying. You know what? That's why they should do John Cena versus The Rock, because John Cena is Peacemaker.
Yeah.
The Rock's Black Adam. DC little throw money in there. Promotion. Yeah. That's what I thought. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say, that one, but I was like, no, it could work unless they both dress up as their characters.
We'll see. I hope that. Because The Rock just comes out in his trunks and stuff like that. So if he just comes out some not Black Adam cosplay, because he'd have to take it off, but just some to signify Black Adam is here.
They'll probably do, just show the trailer before, like before his entrance music hits, or show the trailer for the film, or whatever. Like, and this is Black Adam.
Or unless he has the full, like, you know how MVP's got the Black Panther full body suit. So unless The Rock has a full body,
he won't do that. Because The Rock wants you to see his bulging biceps and stuff like that. That's why he will never do that.
I don't know. If he comes out in that black bodysuit and then he tears it all off, and it's like Rock trunks up.
But then DC might be like, "Oh, he's crapping on my character."
No, I'm just saying.
But I mean, maybe
it'd be fun to have him some sort of nod to Black Adam, even if he's just like the lightning bolt that hits the ground, and then it's
like you said, they'll fit in a way to promote that somehow.
Okay, so that's our discussion on the Rock's WrestleMania matches and speculation of future matches, baby. We'll see about
Rock
that.
versus Triple H.
Looking forward to Black Adam.
Yeah,
whenever that comes out.
Even though I am and I'm not.
Okay.
Because I just feel like I like The Rock. I just feel like this is a weird vanity project of his. But yeah, I want to see it. It's got the JSA in it.
Yeah, I want to see how that turns out.
Yeah.
I'm sure The Rock, like, it's a good character for him to play because it's like he's a hero, but then he kind of power corrupts him and stuff like that. So we'll see how that works because it's more of an acting role than.
But I have a feeling though that he'll be a villain in this film for about 10 minutes and then somehow become a good guy because The Rock playing him.
He'll probably start off as a good guy and then turn into a villain.
Nah, I think
not necessarily a villain, but just like a guy who's extreme in his execution of whatever he needs to do.
But when he's saying
the JSA is like, you're going too far.
The reason I'm saying that is because since he's become the main Hollywood guy, have you ever seen him play a villain?
Good point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Isn't that why he chose Black Adam?
No,
because
he chose it because he reckons he looks slightly like him. That's why he chose it. Right. But I reckon there'll be some weird thing where he becomes more of a hero than an anti-hero. But
the whole see, that kind of runs against the whole point of Black Adam, isn't he? He's meant to be like a bit of an arsehole.
Yeah,
a bit of a look. I'm going to go as far as I need to go.
Yeah, but these are films, innit? They don't really take anything on board from the comics, i.e. Batman vs Superman.
All right, okay.
But that's a discussion for another. Discuss that to the ground.
No. We'll look. That's another time.
Yeah.
For another, probably when the movie comes out, we can have.
Yeah, we'll definitely. Talk about it. Classy it.
So because you want to support your boy The Rock, right?
Even though I'm more interested in seeing Suicide Squad though, but the Suicide Squad because my other boy's in there. Jonathan Cena, yeah.
Jonathan Anthony Felix Cena.
Yeah.
The second.
Yeah. Junior.
Alright. That's us signing off for this edition of Trip Around the Multiverse. Yes. I'm CY Chung.
And I'm Kyle Charles. And thank you for taking a trip around the Multiverse with us. Bye.